everyone, Karen here, and today I'm going to be making a thank you card using this cut and emboss folder from Peek and Maine that makes these really nice big leaves. They give you a lot of nice detail and they're really nice to color. I'm also going to be using an older die from Crafter's Companion from Autumn Blessing that makes this great big thanks with a shadow. For the inside of the card, I have a 3x5 that says I'm grateful for you. And I'm going to mat that on a 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. And this is going to be a 5x7 card. Now I've gone ahead and cut out a whole bunch of these leaves because I think I'm going to need about 20 of them. So I wanted to get started and get a lot of these colors. But let me show you how I'm going to color these. So I have Gina K, Dark Carnation, and Sweet Mango. I'm also going to use a little bit of this quick dry seal brown from Crafter's Companion. Let me bring in a piece of scrap paper and let's look at these leaves. So you can see I colored them all a little bit different because we don't want them all to be the same. So I'm just going to take some of the red carnation and go around in a few spots. Then I'm going to take the Sweet Mango. Do some down here. I'm going to overlap the color in places because Gina K's ink blend really well to get a third color in there. And put a little bit more. There we go. And we'll just let that dry. So I'm just going to do that with one more of each of the leaves. You can see I already colored all of these, and I just have one more of each cut and emboss leaf left. So I guess I should take this folder out and show you how this works. So you just put in a piece of paper, about a 6x6. You lay it in here, and then this cut and embosses everything at the same time. It's really great. And they just come out looking just like this. Yep, one step, easy peasy. Alright, so we have our leaves that we have left. So I'm going to take some red, just the dark carnation, and we'll put some over here. And some over here, maybe a little over here. Really not being too fussy about where all this is going. And we'll bring in some of the yellow. And a little yellow down here. And these nice big blending brushes are the ones from Crafter's Companion. And I'll just put some more orange on here. And I think we are done. Alright, so now I'm going to take this quick dry ink and I'm just going to quickly do a stem here on the bottom. You could also do this with a marker if you wanted to. You can just take a brown marker and just quickly go like that. Either way. Alright, so we'll put these over here, grab these, and color the stems. Now, a lot of these stems are going to be covered, so I'm not going to go ahead and color all the stems. So now we can start laying these out on the card. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cover the whole front of this card with leaves. And that's why I think I'm going to need between 20 and 25 leaves, because they all are different shapes, and so they are going to cover all a little different. So I'm going to lay these out here just to kind of get an idea of how many leaves I'm going to need here. If I'm going to need 4 or 5 rows. Because I do want to spread these out as much as I can. So it's going to look something like this. And I'm going to go across. So it looks like I'm going to need 5 rows of 4. So about 20 leaves. So I'm going to start with the top row here and work my way down the card. So I'm going to put some glue on the top here. And I think maybe I'll start with this leaf here. Bring that all the way up. Put some glue on the back of this one where it's going to be overlapping. Make sure I'm covering all the white. Put that one on next. Now I think I will put this one, maybe this, but I'm going to move this one up just a little bit so I don't see that white there. Like that. Now I'll put one here. And I can put that right here. This one will be here. See how far over I can move it. So it looks like I will need 5 going across. So I will need probably all 25 of the leaves I have. Just want to make sure it's all covered. Don't want any of the white showing. There is row 1. So now I want to make sure that I'm not using the same exact leaves directly underneath. So the second row, I'm going to go ahead and start with this one that's over here. And we'll put glue on here. And we'll put this one here. And I can put one of these. And you just want to go and make sure you're covering all of the white part of the card. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could start off with some colored paper underneath. That would help you in case you did leave a little space open. There we go. There's another one. And so now I have one of these. And let's see, we'll lay this one like that. And we'll put a little more glue on the top here, just to hold that down. All right, now for row 3, I think I'll start with the maple leaf. And I'm going to put a little bit more glue here on the edge. Hold that down. And I'll put it this one like this. It is nice that these leaves do have all this nice detail in them. And they're a nice size. Now this would work with any kind of large die that you have. You could do this in hearts. You could do this in just circles. Really any shape. Christmas trees. You know, if you just had a basic outline Christmas tree, that would work. And let's see, which one do I have? See, now this row, let's see. Oh, I'm going to use a fatter leaf here. There we go, to cover that a little bit better. There we go. And this one will go here. And that's fine that there'll be 2 next to each other, because by the time they're all layered up, it won't be that noticeable. But just, I needed that shape there. Alright, so we'll put this one here. This one is kind of skinny. I'm going to put it on here like this. There we go. another maple. I can put down like here. There, I want to cover that. And the way these leaves are, you really can put them down in either side. Alright, so let's see. Put that one there. Alright, so now we're getting down to the bottom here. So let's see if we can turn this way. Cover all of that. And it is nice that they all cut out at 4 at a time, so it goes really quickly when you're cutting everything out. Well, let me bring this down just a smidge. There we go. Okay. And that leaf will be here. Let's go ahead and put this one here. And we'll lay it this way. Oh, bring it down some. Alright, like that. And I think we'll need one more maple. And we'll put this one, let's see, like this. That will cover it all. Then this one, let's see. Let's move this one over just a tad. There we go. I think we're still going to need one more leaf down there. This one will be like this. Then I will just need the very top of a leaf here. But I think I will fill that when I trim this off. So now I'm going to flip this over. Bring in my guillotine. And I'm going to trim off all of these pieces that are hanging off. Alright. Make sure I'm nice and straight. And cut down. Move this over just a tad. There's one. And side two. Side three. Alright, so now I can just take one of these pieces I cut off and just fill that in here. Like that. And then just trim it off. There we go. Now I'll just snip that off. There we go. Now I have the whole front of my card covered in leaves. So now I'm going to bring in the thanks and glue this two pieces together. Let me dab this down a little bit. line all this up. And this is just some red and brown I had from my stash. There we go. Yeah, that's a nice big thanks. I like it with the shadow. Now this can just go right here. And I am going to put that up on some foam. And I'm just going to use the 1/16 foam. We're not going to use anything really thick. And we'll take the backing paper off. I think I want to put this about here. That looks good. See, just that 1/16 foam doesn't give you a lot of thickness, but it does give you a little bit of separation. All right, now for the inside of the card, I have a 3x5 that says I'm grateful for you. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go back to the quick dry seal brown, and I'm going to go around the edge of this card. This is the 3x5, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of an edge here. I'm going to make it a little thicker down here. A little brushed in the corners. Just to give it a little bit more fall brown kind of look to it. There we go. I'll glue this to the 3 1/4 by 5 1/4, which is the same color red as I used here on the front. And I decided to use brown instead of black to stamp this, just because I had the brown here and this was more fall. I just thought it went a little bit better. You don't always have to use black. You can use any color. All right, now this will go into the inside. Like this. Now what you can do here is take one of the leaves you have left, or even two, and do the inside. 3 might be a little much, so I think maybe we'll just stick with one. The one curved leaf down here. Just like that. I think I will color in the stem on this one because it is showing. With the brown. There we go. So there we go. Nice simple thank you card. Color leaves for the fall. Look how pretty that is. But you could do that with any big shape die that you have that would work. With the thanks, I am grateful for you, and just bring in whatever you put on the front. Just bring in one to the inside to finish off your card. Well, there you have it. If you like this card, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And until next time, stay crafty.